My dad passed away when I was young in a car accident, exactly when I was 4. So she tried hard to make sure we had a good life. My mother worked in various places until she got a well-paying job, which is the one he currently works on. We both grew up in a somewhat conservative area where homosexuality wasn't frowned upon. There were LGBT people, and they were completely accepted. But there were families who didn't like the idea of homosexuality too much. My mother grew up with that mentality. She didn't hate the LGBT idea, but she certainly disliked gay couples a bit. One time, we saw a gay couple in a mall, and she said something like, "They shouldn't do that in public, much less kiss." During my childhood and adolescence, she had several boyfriends. Her longest relationship lasted almost 5 years. I really like that guy because we used to play Monopoly and various video games. Luckily, we still talk because he is one of my mother's best friends, but they both decided to take different paths and had to separate. Now, or months ago, a year ago, I started going to a gym near my house. She began to notice my physical changes, and it crossed her mind to go to the gym with me. Until several months ago, he started going to the gym after thinking about it a lot. After months, she lost a lot of weight and improved physically. I noticed several guys from the gym looking at her carefully. Something that makes me laugh is when she shows off her six-pack to me, and how now she says she doesn't need me to open the jars of jam or pickles anymore. In September, she signed up for the spinning class with other ladies. At first, she only went in the mornings, but after 4 weeks, she also went in the evenings. My mom told me that she had become friends with Jennifer, the spinning teacher, not her real name. Some weekends, she let me know that she was going out to eat or run with Jennifer. This is how their friendship continued. There were times when my mother spoke with Jennifer for several moments on the phone or on WhatsApp. I began to suspect my mother's feelings towards Jennifer when one day they went out for a run, but it started to rain. I heard from the noises that they came running and stood next to the roof on one side of the entrance. I looked out my window and saw them both outside the house. Jennifer and my mother were laughing, and I saw my mother's face completely red and nervous, like when she was with her boyfriend before. Jennifer's face was the same as my mother's. Then they gradually stopped their conversation and looked at each other. I saw my mother look Jennifer in the eyes and then shift to other parts. They both started to get closer, and for a moment I thought they were going to kiss, but they both stopped. At all that time, I was sitting in my room, looking out the window. Through my window, you can clearly see the entrance to my house and the garden. Then my mom and Jennifer came home. I greeted them both. Jennifer and my mom looked a little uncomfortable, and then Jennifer left. I asked my mom if something had happened, because her face was red. She flatly denied it and asked me not to talk about it anymore. More things happened. My mom's and Jennifer's outings increased and tended to last longer. And the times my mother couldn't see Jennifer, she got a little sad. But something happened at the end of November. A person we know left his girlfriend for another guy. As soon as we found out, my mother talked about it privately, declaring how that was possible. What example was that for the children? She would never have a relationship like that. And basically, saying bad things about LGBT people. Hearing her say this made me a little sad for her situation. Because clearly, my mother had feelings for Jennifer, but she didn't seem to want to accept them. 4 days ago, I went out with friends to watch a movie. My mom was going to be home because it was her day off. I told her that I would be arriving nearby in the evening. But things happened, and I had to return home early. When we arrived, my mother's car was not there. So I just went to my room and played some video games. Shortly after, I saw her arrive with Jennifer. I heard some strange sounds, took off my headphones, and walked down the stairs carefully. And I saw my mom and Jennifer hugging each other. I saw that my mom was sobbing. They both moved away, and then my mom kissed Jennifer, and she did the same. I returned to my room, being very careful not to make any noise. 5 minutes passed, and I heard them leaving. They both kissed again and got into the car together. And in case you were wondering, I had all the lights in my room off. The only thing that was on was my computer. About an hour passed, and they both returned with Walmart bags of paper, gift bags, and toys. My mother always gives toys to my nephews or the children of her friends. And yes, they were for them. My mother and Jennifer greeted me. And between the three of us, we wrapped the toys with paper and kept others in the bags. When Jennifer left, I asked my mom, not directly, if something was going on between them. My mother got nervous and denied it completely. For now, my mom has not seen Jennifer because she went to spend the holidays with her family like us. At the moment, I can't feel happier for my mother. It seems like she has already admitted what she feels, but she hasn't told anyone. I'm going to try to tell her that I know by showing her all my support and love, and that I don't care if she's actually lesbian. The only thing that matters to me is seeing her happy.